You're now listening to Sound Talent Media. Check out more shows at soundtalentmedia.com.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Skims or Allbirds, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and great marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. It's home of ShopPay, the #1 checkout in the world. You can use it to boost conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going through to checkout. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Allbirds uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/income, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/income to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/income.
Hello, good people, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. This week, I'm talking to my dude, Colt Westbrook from Walrus Audio. Colt has been on the podcast before, but it was a long time ago, as we discuss early on in this episode. It was a very long time ago, and things have changed, and we get into all of that on this episode. If you are not familiar with Walrus Audio, then this is one of those moments where I'm not entirely sure how you found this podcast because the crossover, the Venn diagram, as it were, of Tone Mob listeners who also own a Walrus product is probably more like just a single circle, but maybe not. Either way, if you want some more history, you can go back and listen to Colt's first appearance on this. This one is a little more just two homies catching up and talking gear, and a little bit of business as well, if you're into that kind of thing. Speaking of business, I got to do one quick little plug here. As most regular listeners of the podcast know, I am a partner in Stringjoy Strings out of Nashville. In fact, I was just there moving the shop. Woo, that was a project. And I bring that up because there have been a lot of comments lately, a lot. I don't know what is driving this exactly, of, hey, I love Stringjoy, but I wish they were available in XYZ location. And one, we ship worldwide, so that's one option for you. Two, the fastest way to get us in stores is to go to your favorite store and ask for us specifically. And it's probably going to take quite a few times, but that is by far the fastest way to get us in your preferred local stores. We love working with local stores. It's the thing. We love it. But running a small guitar shop is not easy, and they don't really have a lot of room for error to take a flyer on something that maybe they're not as familiar with. But if they know that their customers are asking for it, they will carry it. It happens time and time again. So if you happen to see a store that you love that doesn't carry Stringjoy, make sure and ask about it. That is by far the fastest way. Commenting on our social media about it, while we appreciate the love, is not nearly as effective. So help us, help you, and everybody wins in this scenario. All right, that's enough. That's enough business. Let's get into this one with my dude, Colt Westbrook. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Tone Mob Podcast, the show about guitar stuff, occasionally, sometimes. I'm your host, Blake Weiland, and with me today, I have Mr. Colt Westbrook from Walrus Audio.
Hey, I'm here. I'm on the Tone Mob with Captain Blake Weiland.
It
has been a long time. It's probably like 5 years.
I think it's been longer than that, because I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go back and verify, that it was a pre-2020 thing. So we might be looking at 6 or 7, which is
wow,
kind of weird now that I think about it.
That is kind of that's a long time.
Yeah.
6 years. I haven't seen you in 6 years either.
No,
I'm just kidding. I saw you at NAMM.
I was gonna say, didn't we? Was I hallucinating
we
you?
at a table together for 90 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Bad, dude. Sorry, I was hungry. I don't remember those things. I'm hungry.
You can't. Your body lacks the nutrients to process memory. I
See,
understand.
dude, let's talk about science. It's great. So, I'm glad to be back. This is great.
Yeah, dude. Well, you guys have had a lot of changes since we last talked. There's been all kinds of things happening. You guys have been still killing it, but you're still there, which is pretty awesome.
No one's ever let off a podcast with that, but you're like still there.
You're still there, bro. Isn't that great?
Should I be somewhere else?
No,
I don't have anything better to do.
Why would you? Why would you?
I don't know.
No, but like, let's walk the people through. Let's just pretend it was about 5-6 years ago, because I think it's in the ballpark of the truth. Like,
Yeah.
what has changed since then? I mean, you guys come out with a lot of new stuff. I think, what was the new thing at the time? I think it was the 385.
Yeah, if it was 6 years ago, that was probably 8 years ago. The 385 and Monument came out at the same time. It was a summer NAMM, and that was probably 2016 or 2017.
Oh my goodness!
Probably about 10 years ago.
That's wild.
I remember that because that's when I heard DAWs for the first time.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
That's what kind of got me going down at that time, like the projector amp, wormhole, and like harmonic tremolo and all that kind of stuff. So that's where those two things came from. But man, since then, I think since then we stuck to we kind of stuck to the formula for a while, which is like when I say 125B, it's like the size of guitar pedal that the most common, like, it's this video, so I can just pull these out.
Yeah, totally.
It's just this size pedal,
Mm-hmm.
This is a custom Iron Horse called the Thunder Horse for the Thunder being the NBA champions.
Mm-hmm. I dig it.
Home city. Yeah. And that was all going fine. In 2018, we just had a lot of ideas and things we wanted to do that we couldn't quite fit in our format. And so, just to use some business lingo, we decided to pivot and form some different sub verticals in the business, / platforms. And out of that came the Mako series, which is kind of the higher end DSP, more menu options, more tweakability, and the Canvas line, which is the utility line that has power supplies and line isolators, DIs, reamp, tuner, all that kind of stuff. And then so we've kind of pivoted to be a multi sub brand company with still Walrus, kind of leading the brand image with what we call the core line now, which is what this stuff is, like the Slow and the Julia. We talked about our 385 Monument. And so now we manage those sub brands within the Walrus umbrella. Things like the Fundamental series also, and which is like $100 price point pedal. But still costs the same to make with a lot of these pedals. So we make a lot less money on them because it's our same supply line. They're still made by hand here in Oklahoma City. And
I was going to ask about that in particular, having some experience, helping out some other manufacturers when the budget lines kind of started becoming more of a thing in the quote unquote boutique guitar pedal world. Everyone kind of had the same story that you just relayed. Like, well, they don't. We don't we're not like cutting a bunch of costs here in the way that it may seem. We're kind of just taking it in the shorts in a lot of ways. Not to like make this a woe is me thing, but the reality is the cheap pedals or the more affordable pedals that are made by those brands are still expensive to make. Is the point?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Like, not to get into like a bunch of costs and stuff, but like the Fundamental Ambient is the most sold, highest velocity unit in that whole series. And I mean, the margins on it are terrible. I mean, we're basically breaking even after, but like it brings a lot of attention to it. It's a good introduction to the brand
Yeah,
for
there
a
are
lot of
reasons to
people.
do it beyond straight,
Yeah, and
like,
I could write a whole book. I could write a
yeah,
whole book on how those are still out, and we're happy with we're really happy with the way they sound and the way that they last. Um, Not happy with the finances about it, uh, but it was a huge experiment, and it was a huge honestly it was a huge business miss for Walrus. We went into it thinking, oh, we're going to go in and we're going to do this $99 line. It's a great idea. And it's going to get all of these users who are newer to guitar pedals and newer to the music instruments industry. And that's going to turn them on to Walrus earlier. And then they can kind of graduate. And our at that time, our target customer, like our most common customer, had probably 3 to 5 years of guitar experience under their belt before they even hear of a brand like Walrus or Earthquaker or things like that.
100%.
And I was like, well, we're just going to get into the journey a lot earlier. And then, man, we released those, and it at the time, I mean, it was crickets. And we were like, well, what's going on? And we kind of realized like that target market has no idea who we are.
Right.
They don't even know we exist. So it's like when Walrus has an announcement, it's like, who is that? Is that Boss or is it Digitech? And it's like,
Right.
it's neither. It's like, never heard of her. It's like, oh, we make the Slow, we make the Julia, they're like,
Okay.
is it fuzz? No,
Yeah.
it's not fuzz. No, there is a fuzz pedal, It's so like looking back, I mean, we learned a lot about like what not to do, who we really are, who our customers actually are. And so it's funny, the fundamental line has actually still not latched on to the early entry customer. It still is people with 3 to 5 up to 20 years of guitar experience under their belt. They just honestly, it's a size thing for people. Like I needed a small delay to fit in that one spot for my tour board, or I needed a small reverb, or like I have all these pedals and I just need something that does this function. I just don't want to spend a lot of money. And so it's just our existing customer base. And yeah, that's why velocity is like fine on them. When I say velocity, I just mean like units sold. They're fine. And they're super cute. So we still keep them around. So
I appreciate you being like more open about that, because like, and I think it's a little more common in our space than maybe others, just admitting like this didn't quite pan out the way that we wanted it to.
Oh, dude, I got a whole library of misses back here. There's like 3 trophies and then like 60 books on pretty big misses. So
yes. Yeah. And that's, I think, the way it usually goes. It's just people don't think of it that way, because as much as like social media is a highlight reel and people complain about that aspect of it, the other side of the coin is, do you want it to be Bummersville, USA? Do you want everybody in your feed to be like, well, today I failed at this. Today I failed at this. And today I failed at this. Like, is that what you want everything to be? Or would you rather see some positivity for the most part? I don't know. It's just one guy's thought on it. But I don't think anybody wants to hear me complain about the fact that I twisted my ankle yesterday on Instagram. Like, nobody needs to know that. It's not important.
No, but I do. Yeah. You can text me. I'll have compassion for you.
Thank you.
It's the difference between a brand and a company, The brand is the external facing doorway and porch, for everybody to hang out and be part of it. And it's the yard, it's the porch, it's the gate. Like, come on in, everybody come in. But like, if you come inside, like, hey, you're gonna work, and it's gonna be hard. Meaning the 30ish people that work here. If you're gonna come inside, like, I'll pay you, but it's not gonna be easy.
Well, so. I mean, that is the other side of the music products industry that I find. I understand it, and I think most people would if they thought about it for a second. But a lot of people, when they get hired into any of these, insert company here that makes a musical product, the thought is like, oh, cool, I'm going to be around guitar stuff, and I'm going to be talking about guitar stuff all day, and I'm going to be playing guitar, and I'm going to be doing all this stuff. And it's like, no, You're going to be soldering. You're going to be packing stuff. You're going to be looking at what got shipped today. You're going to be doing basically anything but playing guitar, except for very small portions of it, which is,
Yep.
I mean, you're running a manufacturing operation. You're not running a guitar playing operation. If you want to play guitar 24/7, that's what bands are for.
Yeah. And we right now we have a really good, we call it a right person, right seat situation, where we just have the right people doing the right things for the most part. But we've had people get hired and, you know, they're like, they just, or hanging out all day. They're like in someone's office just talking and, like not for like a coffee smoke break, like an hour, or like they're out there, they're just playing guitar instead of building, like they're in the media room, like trying out stuff. I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Like, oh dude, I just love being here. It's like, dude, I love that. And I need you to clock in slash, are you clocked in right now? I
Right.
need you to go back. I need you to get that stuff done, man. And we have a pretty relaxed culture because we call it GSD, get done. And most people, almost everybody here understands that. And once you get all your stuff done and you get your numbers are done, your to-dos are done, your long-term projects are on track, dude, we're hanging out. We're leaving work early. We're out, you know, having, you know, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we get some hires sometimes where it's like you have to like kind of course correct. The same thing with, you know, like we're a guitar pedal company, and so friends will just like drop by. Like,
Right.
do you just want to come say, hey man, just kind of see the place? And it's so funny. It's like I don't do that to my friends who work at a bank or my friends who are like working at a steakhouse. Like I don't drop in being like, dude, what's up, man? Dude, I just want to come back here in the kitchen and just hang out and see what's going on, or like go to the bank being like, dude, take me to the vault, man. Let me see all that gold. You know,
Yeah.
no one's doing that. So like, why are people doing that at guitar pedal companies? Like we're just trying to work. We're just trying to hang out. And so on our building, we have like no markings. There's nothing that says Walrus. There's nothing that says, it's like closed to the public. Now we do make appointments and people can like, hey, can I drop by and buy a pedal or try something out? Absolutely. Like, let us know, you know.
But you
like,
know ahead of time. That's the key.
Yeah, I can't think of any. I'm trying to think of like another profession, like a hair salon. Like people don't just come in and like, I'm just going to talk to Stacy while she's cutting hair.
You know what it is? I think
I'm ranting a little bit, but
no, you know what I think it is? It took me, because I've experienced this too, and we run into the exact same thing in Nashville. And it's like, I think what it is because most people's association with guitar physically in a space is at their own place, at band practice, or in a store. And stores are those type of places where you can just show up and hang out and play.
right.
And I think just the association mentally with guitar, it's like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out and enjoy myself around these guitar people. And maybe that's where that thought process it's obviously inaccurate, but maybe that's where that kind of spark begins. Because you're right. Everybody I know in this industry has this same issue. And it's like kind of a good issue to have because like I want my friends to come by.
Sure, I know. You're right. Yeah, it is good. I'm super introverted and antisocial though. So I like I had a guy text me on Monday. He's like, hey, I've got some friends from out of town. They really want to see the place. Is 2:30 cool? I'm like, never's cool. Like, what are you talking about? Leave me alone.
This is like the difference between like Scott and I. Like if I was in Nashville, I'd be the guy like leading all the tours. He's great at leading the tours, and he's not as introverted as you, but he is like you in the like, I have things to do. I can't just stop doing what I'm doing right now to show you how the sausage is made. Though he gives a very good tour, I must say. He's quite good at it. But if I was down there, I would probably be the tour guy because I'm the opposite. I'm like, what's up, bro? Yeah, come on down. Bring some chicken. Let's go do it. And that I would probably have to rein that in a bit because I like when people come by.
I know, but we need people like you. We need people who who are just opening the door with a smile on, you know? That's what you are. And we need people like you. We have a lot of people like that here, and they really keep me in check / give the tours and
I'm also
stuff
good at
like that.
closing the door though too.
Yeah.
Like when it's time to close the door, I'm like, thank you, bye now, goodbye, see you later.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I can do that too.
Every once in a while, I'll hear somebody giving a tour, and then they stop in the media room and start playing around pedals. And I will hear something that I really like, and then I'll like put my stuff down. I'm like, hey,
Tell
that
me
sounds
more.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
Yep.
So,
But
Yeah.
I think because, this industry is very open and inviting and very accepting and very cool, I think a lot of people get it a little bit twisted, and that it is still a business though. It is still a thing that needs to do certain things in order to exist and function. And most of the time, tours of the facility are pretty low on the priority list, unfortunately, is as much fun as they are for the consumer.
Well, we say after 4:00 anytime, like after 4:00 Wednesday, Thursday is awesome. So we kind of have like that little space where most of your stuff's done. It's not a Friday. It's not a Monday. Yeah, that's kind of our sweet spot of giving tours, and I'm in a much better mood to be social around those times. So
This pencils. This makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
So let's pivot a little bit. We're talking about kind of bigger things, but what does a Colt Westbrook day look like, typically speaking?
Dude, I honestly just give shop tours all day.
Okay. Perfect. It's great for your personality.
Pretty much what I do. I'm very welcoming. I'm super excited to meet new people. Oh, I'm just kidding. What does a typical day look like? So, I get here in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm on like, okay, we have like teams, like teams and groups here. And so I sit on like a few teams. And so most of my day and I don't really have like a day. I have like a week,
Okay. Yeah.
So most of my week is kind of built around contributing to those teams. So those would be like the leadership team, which is me, our CTO, our COO, sales manager, and our operations manager. So it's 5 people. And we have like one standing meeting every week, and then this little ad hoc meetings here and there. There's like a product development team. So we have, our project manager will bring in the product development team at different stages in all of these projects. And so like at 2:00 today, I have just a meeting where I might contribute something. I might not say anything, but for 2 products that are coming out this summer, just going over the enclosure art, doing like what we call a scope check, like just going over all the controls and all the firmware features and just making sure that we really have thought of everything. Putting together like the beta testers who are going to be demoing everything before it comes out, people that are better at guitar than us, that have different ears and can kind of hear things that we can't hear. So putting all those things together. And then, I spend probably an hour of my day total, not like at one time, probably an hour of each day, just walking around.
Yeah.
Like I'll just walk out to the production floor, high five, folks, and just sit there and just chat, talk, ask questions. It's like how people are doing. Same, I'll go to fulfillment, do the same thing. I just kind of walk around. This is our back office here. So all the admin people are back here, finance and operations, marketing, sales, blah, blah, blah. So I'll just kind of probably like total of about an hour every day, just kind of just get some like FaceTime with people.
Yes.
And yeah, that's a big part of it. And then just kind of the wider scope. Yeah, just some like this sounds stupid, but like working on some vision things, like things that are more far out, like in a year or 2 years. We have things on our 3-year roadmap that that are a lot easier if we start on things now than if we wait like 9 months before we say it's going to come out. Then, like, okay, I guess we should start building that. You know, you should start designing something, and so yeah, that's a lot of it. It's pretty project based, like what I do. Like right now we're working on some significant Amazon changes. So that's taking up quite a bit of time. And so just getting all those laid out, and just changes in the way that we sell on Amazon and who and all that kind of stuff. So
I think
better
people
price control.
Don't realize how complicated that is.
It is the most complicated sales channel out there.
It's ridiculous.
There's nothing more complicated. It's easier to ship direct to dealer and do price controls on Australia than it is to sell to Amazon in the United States.
Oh, so, it's absurd. It's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Yeah, but
the joke about Australia is you sell to Australia and there's no what we call MAP, which is minimum advertised price, which means you can't sell any Walrus products lower than this price. And then so you ship to Australia and they do the Australian dollar conversion. It's like, all right, so it's got to be this, you know? Pretty sure that was Bert from Mary Poppins. My bad.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'll get better at my Australia.
Yeah. I was going to say, you going up a chimney here pretty soon? Or?
Right. And then you sell to another dealer in Australia 45 days later. Well, the exchange rate has changed. And the value of the Australian dollar has dipped a little bit. And so they're selling it for cheaper. They're like, hey, mate, this is what it costs, you know? And it's like, yeah, but you're undercutting this guy. It's like, yeah, but he bought stock 45 days ago. And so it turns into this whole thing. Anyway, Amazon's more complicated than that.
Hey, Rocky.
What's up, Vincent?
Did you hear about the latest?
Latest what?
The latest drop from Maris. It's totally insane.
No, tell me more.
Maris just released Enzo X.
What's that?
Enzo X is a supernova expansion from the original Enzo into the highest quality and most flexible studio synthesizer ever created in a pedal format.
Whoa!
Enzo X combines 5 synth types, 5 drives, 3 reverbs, and 5 modulations. It also includes a full 2.5 second stereo delay, all in one pedal.
That sounds hard to use.
It's not. The UI is from the same family as the Mercury X and the LVX. It's super easy to dive in and see exactly what you are tweaking in real time.
Oh, I see. It's right there on the screen.
Yep.
Is it just for guitars, though?
Nope. You can plug almost anything into the Enzo X, including your MIDI controller.
That sounds incredible. Where do I get it?
You can pick up Enzo X online at maris.us or at any of their fine retailers across the globe.
Did you just say across the globe?
They know what I meant.
Wait, are we getting paid for this?
I'm still waiting on that cash money from last time.
He better at least give us pizza for dinner.
I'm not giving him his Enzo X back until he does.
For more information, make sure you check out maris.us, and apparently I have to go order a pizza. How exactly do artists get their music on Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, all these services? How in the world do you get your music there? Well, in the past, you had to use something called a record label. But these days, you can use DistroKid. DistroKid is the absolute easiest way to get your music up on streaming services, and it's the most affordable way to do so. Not only do plans start at $22.99 for the entire year, that's less than $2 a month, DistroKid also does not take a cut of your streaming revenue, unlike some other services out there. Even better if you sign up by going to tonemob.com/distrokid. That's tonemob.com/distrokid. One more time, that's tonemob.com/distrokid. You'll get 30% off. That's right, 30% off their already extremely reasonable prices. So go to tonemob.com/distrokid and get your music out there. We are brought to you today by Sweetwater, specifically the Gear Exchange. You may have heard about this. This is a place where you can go to buy and sell your used gear. Maybe you got a pedal over there that's just kind of collecting dust. Maybe there's something you've been eyeing from the Sweetwater catalog. Well, right now is a great time to turn that unused gear into something you're actually going to use. Even better, if you sell on the gear exchange, you can keep 100% of the sale as long as you choose a Sweetwater gift card as your payout method. That is not too shabby because, let's be honest, most of this buying and selling we do is just to fund new gear purchases, and that is a great way to reach a wide variety of customers and keep 100% in your pocket, or rather on your pedal board. So go check out the Sweetwater Gear Exchange and turn that unused gear into something that's actually going to help you write that next huge riff. It is, yeah. And as complicated as Australia can be, it's one of our best, so whatever, I guess.
Well, it has the best people running the guitar shops.
Oh, they're incredible.
Like, they're my favorites.
I love hanging out with the Aussies at NAMM. It's my favorite thing. Yeah.
It's awesome.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
We even invited some of them over to our NAMM house. We like them so much. So
that's saying something.
Yeah, we call it the party for people we actually like. And then sometimes they come over and hang out. So
noted.
You're invited.
No, it's all
people are going
good.
to listen to this and be like, that guy is a real asshole.
Yeah, like, man, he doesn't want to talk to anyone. He only invites his Australian friends.
I know.
Yeah, listen to that.
The joke, though, is that I'm the nicest asshole. So
yeah, I feel like you could, if I had to pick someone to deliver me bad news, you'd be high up on that list.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. I would really I think you could sit me down and break it down to me in a way that I would understand and accept. More importantly, probably accept. Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Blake, I've snapped the neck and the head on your SG. I'm really sorry.
That's...
And on your junior special.
Okay, well, that's a problem. I was going to say, it's good news is that I don't own an SG.
Yeah, I was trying to look in the back there. See that cool.
But if it was that junior, that's my grandpa's junior. Now we got to have this. Actually, you know what? We're going to have to do something else now. Yeah, this is my grandpa's 55 junior.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's my burning building. Like, everything's on fire. Grab a guitar. That's the one I'm grabbing. And my house wasn't on fire, but we had to be evacuated back in 2020. And that is the guitar I put in the truck. Fortunately, we didn't have to leave. So everything was fine. But I was prepared.
Ready. Where were you? Was that because of a fire?
Yeah.
Wildfire?
Yeah, which is not normal here in the Oregon, the Willamette Valley, the Portland metro area. That's very uncommon, but it's starting to become more common, which doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either.
No. But it was all fine. It ended up being okay for us. So I was just getting ahead of myself.
That's smart. I'll probably do the same thing. I'm trying to look at the guitars here. What would I pick? Yeah, I'd pick one. There's one I'd pick.
There's one. It was actually a much easier choice than I thought. I'm like, I'm going to be sad about all these, but this is the one that I'd be big sad about.
Yeah. I got this right here, this 1974 ES335 right here. This is probably the one I'd take. So.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
Out of 10.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah, it rocks, dude. It's not my favorite guitar, but it's definitely the one that I would save.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the Junior's not the one I played the most, but it's the one I'm going to save. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Yeah. So, when you do get to play, what kind of rig is Colt rocking these days?
Okay. I got two. You want to start with the guitar?
Let's go. Yeah, start with the guitar and move through.
So they're all right here. Since we got video, I'll pull them up. And I'm so sorry if you're on audio only.
We'll describe.
This right here is Music Man Valentine. So James Valentine from Maroon 5, which is a great pop band. And you wouldn't think that the guitarist from like a well-known global pop band would have a sweet signature guitar. But James Valentine is just a different kind of guy. Like he's a shredder. He's an incredible musician. He's a kind of like a now he's kind of like a professional pickleball player.
Oh,
I don't know if I've just been following up with him, and he's like, most of my time right now is competing in these pickleball tournaments, and he like gets paired with pros, and so which I think makes him a pro also,
I think so. Yeah.
which is really funny. But him and Brian Ball sent me one of these in 2018, I think is when it was. And you know how it is. Like you get a guitar and somebody's like, I want you to try this out. And you look at it and you're like, sounds good, man. I'll give it a shot. Like they're all the same. They're all the same. T style, S style. Oh, we're doing a custom body shape. Okay, cool. I'm looking at this, being like, this is like, the axis and I'm not into it. But man, I pulled it up and I plugged it into my it's not crappy, but my small Vox AC4 I had in my office. And I was like, whoa, what? It felt good. It felt smooth. It was like, it was like driving a speedboat through a lake at 6:30 in the morning, no chop. It just flew. Like, wow. And it sounded crystal clear. And it was gorgeous cleans. And so I took it out of the AC4, took it to the back, plugged it in like a Benson Monarch.
There you go.
And let it rip, like my kind of rip, which means, just doing all, my best attempt at being Jimmy Page, which is terrible. And I fell in love with it. So this is number one driver for guitars. I love it. So I've got two of them.
So hold on one second. What's going on with that bridge pickup? Is the staggered pull piece, is that a single coil?
Yeah.
Or is that a humbucker?
If you pop this out, if you pop this one out, it's humbucker when it's pushed in, and it's single coil when it's
okay.
When it's
I don't think I've
popped out.
seen. This is just maybe my own ignorance. Other than this guitar, I don't think I've seen a humbucker with staggered pull pieces. I've seen a lot of single coils tilted that way, but that's interesting. I'd like to see under that cover. Anyway, that's hyper nerdy stuff.
It is cool. And honestly, I just use the humbucker. I never like all this kind of stuff, like pushing buttons, and there's like a 20 dB boost in here.
Oh, cool.
And so it's active, and I don't use any of that crap. Like I hate that stuff. Like, oh, my guitar, if you turn a button and do this bloop, bloop, bleep, bloop, it does this thing. I'm like, dude, just shut up, play some chords, play some riffs, like just turn two pedals on and just like make a song. Like quit doing all the bells and whistles and stuff. So anyway, I hate this kind of stuff. If James is listening, I'm really sorry. If I made my custom one, it'd just be knobs, just two pots, bro. Tone and volume. It's all I need.
James, if you're listening, come on and tell me why Colt's wrong.
Oh, he will.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and he's like 10x the player I am, so he would have a reason. He's like, actually, and he would have all these use cases. It's like, well, yeah, I don't tour with Maroon 5, so I don't know about that.
Last time I played a stadium, I really needed that.
Yeah, exactly. See, and then this guy is my other number one, and it is a Heritage
like that.
535. So I'm sure all of you listeners and you, Blake, know the Heritage story. So
right. But we can reiterate it briefly.
Okay, so briefly, Gibson was in Kalamazoo, and they wanted to move the headquarters from Kalamazoo to
Nashville.
I was like, Memphis. No, Nashville. That's right.
They were in Memphis for a while, though, like both at the same time. So you're not totally wrong. Yeah.
So there was a huge staff of luthiers and employees that did not go with the move. And so when Gibson made the move, they left a lot of the production equipment in the Kalamazoo factory. And so a lot of the employees stayed behind and just started making guitars, and they called them Heritage, and just started using the exact same molds and and you know, I don't know what they call them.
All the tools, basically.
I say the files. They started using the same files.
Yeah.
And basically started building Gibson guitars, but as heritage. And so through a lot of legal action, they're still a company and they make amazing instruments. So I was at Edmund Music. My kids were doing like our public school system did like a concert day where all the music programs come out and do like a performance. They get like a big festival looking stage. And so my kids were performing in this thing, and it's in the parking lot of Edmund Music here in Oklahoma. And there was a spot. I just kind of popped in the guitar shop and just messing around. I know the owner, and I picked this up, just kind of wanting to pass the time. And I was like, what is this witchcraft? Mm-hmm. What is this magic I've stumbled upon? Mm-hmm. And so I had a Gibson 339 that I really liked, but I really wanted to buy this. And so I got my cool Fujifilm camera and put that thing on reverb, sold it, and then bought this that same week. So
nice.
Yeah. This
it's beautiful.
It's got Filtertrons on it. I mean, Lollertrons on it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's that cool, like Dave Grohl looking olive drab color that I really like. And dude, it sings. It
double bound. Yeah, that thing's tasty.
Yeah, man. It's so cool. And then pedal wise, I mean, on my big board that I use most commonly, I've got a 385 and an Iron Horse. So 385, we've already talked about 385 and Iron Horse. And then before that, I used the Walrus EB10, which is EQ. Mm-hmm. And I think EQ is probably the most important effect and powerful effect of any guitar player / any instrument, really.
It's underrated.
Really EQ is powerful. Mm-hmm. And it'll solve a lot of problems. Like, you know, I was talking to a family member, and she's so sweet. She's probably 60 years old, but she runs the church. She runs the music program at her church. Uh-huh. And she's like, no, none of the instruments sound good. I want to buy some of your pedals so that they sound better. And what I wanted to say is like, the instrumentalists aren't good. That's probably the problem.
Maybe. Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, I want to buy reverbs for everybody. And I was like, oh, hold on. Wait a second. that is going to be interesting sounding. She's like,
we need it on the drums. We need it on everything.
Like, I want reverb on the banjo. I want reverb on the keyboard, and I want reverb on the acoustic guitar, and I want reverb on all the vocals. So what pedal should I buy? And I was like, this is going to turn into
just a wash.
It sounds like Cigaros. It's going to sound crazy.
Yeah, which would be cool if that's what you're going for.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Which ironically doesn't actually have a lot of reverb in it.
It has a lot of stuff though.
It has a lot of stuff.
And then they get
to an ethereal.
Yeah.
Bands like that get to ethereal sounds without reverb a lot of the time, which I think is really interesting and beautiful. And then I'm using the Juliana all the time. I'm using the Monument, and then I'm using like the Mako, like D1, R1, and always the Mako ACS1, the Amp Cab Sim. Mm-hmm. And then I've got one of Daniel Steinhardt's G3 switchers that I love. Mm-hmm. And I use it for like 10% of what it's capable of because I'm not smart enough to figure it out, honestly.
Sure.
And I've got a Telonix volume pedal. Which
Why don't I know company. This is the first time in a while that somebody said something and I don't know what that is. Tell me more.
Yeah. It's a company. I think they make like GPS, like animal. What is it?
I'm Googling it right now because I want to see what this is.
Yeah, it's
FP100
so
Super Pro pedal.
They're in Mesa, Arizona.
They got an elk as their logo, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's an electronics manufacturer. Electronics for wildlife, environmental research, and special applications. That's what it says. Wildlife tracking. That's what I was trying to say.
Got it.
I'll keep saying like hunting equipment, but that's not what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
But the owner is a pedal steel player, and so he makes these super high end volume pedals that are magnetic position sensing and just feel great. And they're probably like 4 pounds, and it's just
This
like
thing's
billet
crazy
steel.
looking.
Yeah, so it's pretty sick. But we just came out with a volume pedal, so I'm probably gonna switch to that. So
Yours, I like the idea behind yours a lot. I was probably the most excited I've been about a volume pedal, other than seeing the Stellonix one.
yeah,
You're
they're both-
responsible for my volume pedal excitement.
Hey man, happy about that. That's great.
Yeah.
And I have another board that I use when I like have to go somewhere, and it's a quad cortex, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it, and a Digitech drop. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And I've just I was talking to, I can't remember his name. I'm just looking him up my email, but then I'd open up my email and get distracted. But yeah, did a trade with the sales manager at Neural, and then I was like, yeah, I'll try a quad cortex. It sounds cool. Man, I've kind of fallen in love with it. Like it's so cool. It's so easy, and there really aren't any bad sounds that I can get out of it unless I try. And I've tried, and I got some, but other than that, yeah, it's great. So big
Nice.
fan. That's my rig so far, all powered by Canvas Power 22.
Power 22, of course.
Yeah,
Merca.
man.
Yeah, brother.
I've heard of Merca.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, thank you for taking me through that, because, that's the kind of stuff that I get interested in. I love hearing about people's rigs. It makes me happy. But it's interesting that you've went to the digital side kind of on both ends, like your big board and the Neural, obviously. You're not playing into the traditional tube amps as often these days?
No, I did that for a long time, and you did too. And even this amp back here, I bought this amp when I was 20 years old from Jason Stolz, who now works, catty corner from my office, and before Walrus was ever even a thing. Who's our CTO? Jason's our CTO, product designer. Yeah. But we met when I bought this amp from him in his garage. Big tube amp guy, loved it for so long. And they're honestly like, there's nothing more exciting than a tube amp and an electric guitar. Like sometimes even just straight in, just gorgeous, no pedal board, just plug it in and just rip, just for consistency and ease sometimes, like it's nice to have something that just has presets where if knobs get bumped and moved, I could just go back to the preset and it literally sounds the same every single time. So at this stage of life, I got 3 kids, working at this company. I'm married, got a married situation. So having some consistency in my life is very welcome. Now, if I want to, after my kids leave the house and I have some grace for like finagling and I have some grace for the excitement of the struggle, I might go back to doing something like that. Like how Jack White talks about, he's like, I want to get out on stage and I want to have a fist fight with my guitar, which is why he plays those air lines a lot of the time. He's like, I want to struggle, and struggle to make it work. I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to do any of that. That sounds awesome for him, but maybe I'll get back there, have more grace for the experience.
I definitely do a lot more digitally than I ever thought that I would. I mean, for years on the podcast, I was like, why would I do that? I have a whole shed that is fairly soundproofed. I can turn these things up at 11 o'clock at night and my neighbors don't say anything because they can't hear them. Why would I ever go digital? But our mutual buddy, Mr. Benson, came out with this plugin with Mixwave, and I started. That was kind of my first toe in the water of modern digital stuff, and I was like, "Oh, this sounds like like 97% to what your amp sounds like. He's like, yeah, I know, it was kind of freaky. And so I've been using that like a lot for demos and stuff because I'm like, okay, time to get out all the mics, or not, and just plug the pedal straight into my interface and pull up that amp sim, and it's going to sound exactly like I want it to every time. So I've been doing a lot more of that, but late last year I got a vintage orange, and every time I plug into it and turn it up really loud, I go, well, oh, that's why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
why.
That's why I'm never gonna totally go away from it, because that thing is bringing me an awful lot of joy. It really is.
And you never should.
Yeah.
Like, there's something about like driving a cool Rivian truck, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something exciting about just how smooth it is and gorgeous. And I don't have one, but a friend that does.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, there's something great. Like, my car is a 2000, you know? So it's about 25 years old. There's something great just about an older car, and having that struggle, you know, mechanically and just drive-wise. Like, there's something cool about still having to use the analog and do it the hard way. And there's just different payoffs for both. And digital has obviously gotten leaps and bounds better, just even in the last 8 years, just with what we're capable of doing. And yeah, I don't think we should mourn the acceleration of either technology, or celebrate either one, but they all have different use cases, because the chief end is to make songs, you know.
Yep.
That is really what we're doing. And sure, there's companies that grow and thrive and companies that die in between the creation of the gear and the end of the song. But the goal for all of us really is songs and is music, and there's just different ways to do that. And so, yeah,
Different tools.
I'm still into both. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm for both. I'm for whatever is gonna make you make the song that you need to make. That's what I want you to do. That's good with me. I think that's
exactly
very beautiful.
Hello there. I'd like to introduce you to your new best friend, the Chase Bliss Audio Lossy. Lossy is a collaboration between Chase Bliss and Good Hertz. And it's meant to give you some control over those weird digital artifacts that come with very compressed audio. You're hearing it right now. All the changes that are taking place are strictly coming from my playing dynamics. I'm just interacting with the pedal and letting it do its thing. And some true stereo goodness. If you'd like some more details about Lossy, I'd invite you to head over to chaseblissaudio.com. I think you're gonna like what you find.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an Enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Cologuard. Do you know what's really scary? Not screening for colon cancer when you turn 45. The Cologuard test is non-invasive, requires no special prep or time off work, and ships right to your door. In just 3 simple steps, Cologuard takes the scare out of colon cancer screening. If you're 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about the Cologuard test. Cologuard is available by prescription only. Learn more or request a prescription today at Cologuard.com/screen.
All right, pivoting somewhat, because you are a man in the gear business and you're passionate about all this stuff the same way that I am. Let's pretend that there's somebody that wants to get into it. They want to get into the musical gear world, and they're very passionate about it. They love all this stuff, and they're going to start a pedal company or a pickup company or a guitar company or something along those lines. What advice would you have for that person? They're just starting out today.
I would say a lot of things, but the first things I would say is um, people really want something great, and that is the first thing it has to be. It has to be really great, and it has to be remarkable. Um, I think some people get led astray of like, oh, I'm going to do this thing that nobody's ever done, you know, and that is a rabbit hole that a lot of entrepreneurs get trapped in. Because 95% of the time no one's ever done it is because it's not a good idea, or it's not going to be a profitable business, or there's only 20 customers that are thinking the way you're thinking. And once you sell those 20, there's nobody left. And so I think designing something great is cornerstone. And then after that is product differentiation and brand differentiation. So, okay, so what makes it different than what's already out there? You know, we've done some pedals that I think are really great that weren't that different than something that was already out there. You know, like the Julia is chiefly like a Boss CE2. With a lag control. You know, there's not a lot of things that we did different. We did a couple things to allow more lows to pass through, and then we added like a lag control. We really didn't change a lot because we're like, well, the sound is already really good. I just want to add a lag control, and do be able to blend between dry, chorus, and vibrato, and do all that stuff. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, of course.
And so for me, like that's what's great. This is what's great. And then here's how it's just a little bit different. And so you don't have to do a lot of customer education on what it is, and then and why it's different, because everything is there. You know, I think when you get like some super whacked out stuff, like super different, like, whoa, what is that? And it's fine to do those things and make those products. But what you're also signing up for is you're signing up for a long conversation with a customer, honestly, like through an iPhone, which is a one-way conversation, educating people on what it is, how it works, why you need it, why it's great, why it's a good idea, where you buy it, which is a long conversation. And so that's why a lot of these companies, struggle to get traction after several years, after maybe 3 or 5 years. And so I would say, if you want something sustainable for a long time, make something really, really great, and pay high attention to your brand identity. And then the last thing is like, be people's favorite brand. And so like, if your stuff breaks on somebody, like just replace it. Like, don't be a dick and like, okay, you ship it back to me, and then I'm going to charge you, $20 an hour for how long I work on it. And I'm going to charge you to replace the stomp switch. And then I'm going to ship it back to you, and it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks, and you're going to be without your pedal. Like that's a terrible way to treat somebody who is elected into your brand. And that gave you money without ever knowing you, they just know your brand from Instagram. It's like, dude, like customers are investors, and customers are family. And I'm always surprised when I hear these horror stories about customer service with guitar companies or pedal companies. And it's like, yeah, they were hard to get a hold of. They didn't answer the phone. They didn't reply to my email. They charged me $60 to fix my pedal. I'm just like, dude, like just take such good care of your customers, because when it's time to buy something else, like they're going to pick you if you're awesome, So customer service is like number one, and it's so easy. It's easy to be nice, and it's easy to be generous with customers. And That would be in any industry, like be awesome and be someone's favorite brand. That's the easiest thing to do. So that would be my advice to somebody. Make something great, differentiate a little bit, and then be a great brand that people love, customer service wise. So
yeah, that's one big thing, I think, like to reiterate that last point. There are brands that I bought from that I eventually, through getting in the industry, became friends with the people that ran them. But there are brands that I'm like, oh, hey, look, I know I bought this pedal used. I think the stomp switch went out in it. Can you help me out? And they're like, sure. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'll pay for it because I bought it used. It's fine. And I just get the guts replaced or get a brand new pedal. And I'm like, oh, then what did I turn around and do? Oh, I bought like 5 other pedals from them, later. Yeah. Like that's how I responded, because I'm like, I know they're going to take care of me and I know it sounds really good. So
yeah,
why not? Right.
And those experiences, like people probably have, like it's under 10. People don't have a lot of like product breakdown experiences where they have to go to the company and say, hey, something broke or something's defective. I need your help. And so say a customer has 10 of those experiences in their buying life. They're gonna, like, because their experiences are so low, they're gonna have an amazing memory on the positive experiences that they had with whatever brand that was. I've had some crazy great customer service from some brands, and I'm like, dude, I'm a lifer, thank you so much,
Yep.
So it's just, and it's cheap. It's not expensive to have great customer service.
Yeah. If your product's good, it shouldn't be, right?
That's also true.
Yeah.
That's also true. As long as they don't break too often.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was a pivot we made a few years ago. I kind of dove into our customer service stuff a little bit, and I was like, and this was kind of a product of multiple things. But one being like the guy running customer service hadn't been told to do it differently. And it was like, how we're like sending like replacements for things, just send them that. And also just send them the whole nother one, because we're already paying the shipping. Just do it. And that was a big improvement, and it really changed a lot of people's perception. It's like, oh yeah, they took care of me. It's like, oh, but you took care of me and gave me more than I was even expecting. That's not possible with every product category, but if you can, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you do that like 2,000 times, like you're going to have a really healthy family following,
Yeah. And the reality is you're going to have customer service. Every company, Neve still has customer service issues, even though they sell the most expensive consoles in the world. I know they do. It's, you can try to engineer out all. Toyota has customer service issues, legendarily reliable cars. They still have to deal with customers sometimes. So, no product's immune. That's what is the point. Don't think yours is either.
Totally. It's wise.
Yes. Well, Colt, it's been a while. In fact, it's been so long, I'm not even sure if I was asking what I now call the classic questions at the end of our interview or not.
Oh, classic me.
Yeah. So I ask these at the end of every interview that I haven't had the person on multiple times, but I think you might have been pre-classic questions. So I think we gotta ask them. First one.
I'm excited.
What is your favorite Boss pedal?
My favorite Boss pedal, honestly, is the Boss HM2.
So much fun.
Like let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I have some more, but I like to collect these HM2s and then people's iterations of HM2s. I can't find which shelf the HM2 iteration. Like I have some Ren and Cuff stuff, and so, yeah. Anyway, but this is probably my favorite. I've got the Wazacraft here, and then I've got the vintage one. I love that. I love the slicer.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. The other day we went down a rabbit hole on the Boss 10 Terra Echo.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of this thing?
Yes, and it's been one of those when it dropped. I remember when it came out, and I was like, I need that, and then kind of forgot about it.
Dude,
and then
it's
then
like-
it keeps getting brought up by people. I'm like, I need a Terra Echo.
Yeah, it's like super weird. Is it okay if I keep jumping out of the frame?
Yeah, it's fine.
And looking in here. Okay, can I add a few? I'm sorry, I'm just kind of looking on here.
No, you're good.
And just thinking, oh my gosh, no, how can I not bring that guy up? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Dude. Okay, so this is the Terra Echo. We got really into this guy the other day. We were trying to think of some new algorithms in a new pedal we have coming out, and so this was kind of the inspiration on one of them. This is super cool.
Yes,
it's called a super feedbacker. And if you just need some like, kind of in the middle of a bridge when you're going real hard and you just need like some feedback, this is so fun. And the breakup actually sounds really cool anyway.
And I think
it's
there's
a cool
the
distortion texture.
I think there's, if I remember correctly, that one there is a super feedbacker and distortion and a super distortion and feedbacker. And I think they're the same, but they had to switch it for some reason. I can't remember the lore there exactly.
I don't know either. You teaching me, I don't know.
But that's fun.
And then, hey, this is a new one that is actually really great. This is
that looks cool.
Yeah, this is their answer to the Digitech drop. It's really cool. We actually had this idea also of going semitone up to like a capo. And they listened in on our meeting and did it before us. And so that's kind of frustrating a little bit actually. But we'll deal with it. We'll probably just come out with it anyway. That's what I'm chewing on the boss side right now.
I like it. I love the HM2 love. I don't think I would have expected that from you. I don't know why. I didn't label you as a Swedish chainsaw man.
I love it so much. It's so coarse. It's like the only thing allowed on at band practice. If you have another guitar player, sorry. It's just there's only one guitar player.
Do you do it in chainsaw mode? Do you go all the way up?
No, I don't know.
I don't.
I got kids. I can't do that kind of stuff anymore.
I think it sounds more brutal if you dial it in not like that. You can make it sound gnarlier in a good way.
Yeah, if you're playing a tube amp and you get it kind of at the edge of breakup mode and you kind of pair it with, a tube amp, you get some, it just sounds nasty. It's good. There's nothing like it. That's pretty cool.
A cheat code for brutality. You get a Sun Beta lead and you run the HM2 into the front of it and play with the EQ to taste baritone guitar.
Whoa.
It's amazing. It's so amazing.
That sounds awesome.
It's so loud. It hurts, but it's good. It's the good kind.
That is a good hurt. It's a good hurt.
All right, final question. What is your favorite kind of pizza?
Favorite pizza manufacturer or just like in general, like
as detailed as you want to be?
Okay. All right, so there is a local chain in Oklahoma, and it started in my hometown of Stillwater, Oklahoma. And it is called Hideaway Pizza.
Okay.
And I was in a band like 7th through 10th grade called 8 Bare Feet.
Okay.
And so it was 4 of us. We didn't wear shoes, which is so cool. And we would have band practice for like 6 hours a day on Saturdays because that's just kind of what you did in the 90s. And then our guitarist, Chris, his dad was the general manager at Hideaway. And so he wouldn't give us free pizza, but he would give us free, they're called dead pans. And it's pizza that they overcook.
Okay.
And so we would go in and we would just say, like around 4 o'clock, whenever we got fatigued, we would be like, hey, can we get a deadpan? And Chris would be like, Stan's my dad. And so we're like, oh, okay. And so they'd sit us down and they'd give us a deadpan, no service whatsoever. They would just give us the free pizza.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we would do that. And so, and it's a shame that you never got to hear 8 Bare Feet because there's 2 guitar players in 1 distortion pedal. And so it was one of those like black Ibanez stomps from
the sound tank,
like 29. Yes, it was one of those. And we went to Radio Shack and we got a 2/4 inch into one. And so there's two guitars going into one of the Soundtech distortion pedals and then into the amp. And so that was how, because I didn't have enough money to buy a distortion pedal. And so until I saved up my paper route money to get a big muff.
And one amp too?
Oh yeah, one amp, dude.
Oh wow, this is incredible.
Brutal. It was brutal.
that speaker did not know what to do.
Yeah,
the speaker was confused.
Kids just trying to get famous, and so
I understand.
Yeah. Hideaway Pizza, and it's still around today. Now there's like multiple locations. There's a few just like in my neck of the woods, and so we go there, and they have a pizza called Da Bomb.
Yeah,
and it is tomato sauce base. And then the cheese, I don't know what the cheese is, but then it's Canadian bacon, arugula, some pineapple, and then it has balsamic drizzle on it.
Okay.
And then that kind of just does it for me, man. That's the best.
Yeah.
So I'm a big Hideaway fan.
Hideaway
thanks
Pizza.
for humoring me on the backstory on how I got introduced to the Hideaway brand.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Colt, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for regaling me with your tales of old burnt pizza. I'm really excited about that. I'm really into. I got to try Hideaway now. I got to try it. I got to experience it.
It's solid. It's been the same. It's from 1970, so it's been the same for 50 years.
That's what I want.
It's awesome. Not that I had any in 1970. I just assume it tastes the same. So
yeah, I love it. Well, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for everything you do, and we'll slide over to Patreon and see what kind of nonsense we can get into.
Awesome. Sign up for our Patreon. Link below.
That's right. Later, folks. For Colt, this is Blake, and as always, good luck and good tones. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that episode as much as I enjoyed recording it. And if you want to hear more blabbering with Colt and I, that sounds kind of like GoldenEye. What are we playing, Bond here? What's going on? Anyway, if you want to hear more blabbering with Colt and myself, head over to Patreon, where for just $5 a month, you can get access to the ad-free feed and extra bonus episodes where I talk to people about all kinds of stuff. Often aliens. So yeah, if you want to hear Colt and I talk about aliens, go over there, patreon.com/tonemob, and you can help support the show. And if it's not in the cards for you to do that, I totally understand. It makes all the sense in the world. But if you could share your favorite episode with somebody that you think would enjoy it, that would mean the world to me. And one final plug, if you need more blabbering from me and you want to learn about weird musical stories and music history, Tape Spaghetti is the place for that. Tape Spaghetti is the show I do with my friend and partner, Mr. Scott Marquardt, where we explore the stranger side of the music world. We've talked about Charles Manson. We have talked about the music behind the WWE. We have talked about a lady who was a pop singer that maybe took somebody's head off. Okay, it's not a maybe. She really did. Why did Prince change his name to a symbol? Who are the Shags, and are they the weirdest band ever? Wherever you're getting this podcast, you can get that information over on the Tape Spaghetti podcast. And it would mean the world to me if you would go over there and subscribe. And I've got to keep plugging it because as long as Tone Mob is bigger than Tape Spaghetti, I'll know that not all of you have went over there and checked it out yet, but I think you'll really enjoy it. I'm really proud of that show, and the feedback has been tremendous. So if you could check that out, that would mean a lot to me. All right, everybody, that's enough from me. I will talk to you on the internet very soon. Bye-bye. One last thing before we totally sign off here. I just want to remind you that if you do any shopping at Stringjoy, that's Stringjoy guitar strings made in Nashville, that will help me out as well. As I've said for years, I'm heavily involved in that company, and I really do think they're making the best products on the market. So if you would like to try custom strings, go to tonemob.com/stringjoy and check them out today. I seriously love what the team down there is doing. I help them out with all kinds of things, and by you supporting them, you are also supporting me as well. And hey, you need some strings, so why not get some custom strings just for your guitar and playing style? Again, the link for that is tonemob.com/stringjoy, and that will take you right to their website, and you can do all your shopping through there, and that will help everyone involved out. So thank you very much. Talk to you next time. We are brought to you by the wonderful folks at Gun Street Wiring Shop. Yes, Gun Street Wiring Shop. I've talked about them before. I used to say based out of Bend, Oregon, but guess what? Sean moved to my neck of the woods. Sean's in Portland. Sean is awesome and has helped me with a bunch of stuff lately. And if you have wiring needs for your guitar, he can help you too. If you want to get weird with it, he can get weird. If you just need to spruce things up a little bit, there's your guy. He takes all the guesswork out of doing your guitar wiring, and he makes it simple, and his customer service is top-notch, and I can't say enough good things about Gun Street as a company. I really respect Sean and what he's all about, and the product is top-notch. I've got 3 different guitars that now have Gun Street harnesses in them, and I could not be happier. So go to gunstreetwiringshop.com and check them out.